All right, we are going to be live broadcasting some nonsense right now. First off, if you haven't seen the Star Trek Discovery trailer, go watch it. It's been released. This is what CBS Paramount wants to put up there on our on access. Now, I get it. Trailers aren't the best judge of how a series or a movie is going to be, but that's what they're going to tease out to you as the thing to draw you in. It's got to be on point, or else there's no point even putting it up there. And let me tell you something. When I first saw the ship and what they were trying to do there, I'm thinking, okay, this is a quick retaliation against Axanar and then whatever other fan fiction stuff that's out there that's giving, CBS Paramount a run for their money with the Star Trek IP. So they got to show up with something. I get that. Okay. But when you're going to show up with something with a big budget backing you up, show up with something good. Show up with something that will continue on the story. Show up with something that would be able to expand upon the universe that you already have and keep some continuity with it. Show up with something that would make bloody sense within your damn universe. Not this thing. What's going on, Mr. Jones? I seen you out there. I did my rant on the Star Trek TrekYards Facebook group, and I didn't expect people to start liking it as much as they did, but it seems to have resonated with a lot of people. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole JJ Trek versus TOS version of it. Okay, each one of their own little artisan interpretations of the Trek story. I'll give you that. The one thing I would say about the JJ universe is this. That's their own take on it. For better or for worse, that's their own take. If they want to do that own reboot and they want to spin it this way, so be it. That gives them creative license to do whatever the hell they want to do with it. Good, bad, or indifferent. At least they established that. This is going to be something that's completely off base and off kilter from the rest of the known Star Trek universe that we've grown accustomed to. And I'm good with that. This is supposed to be pre-JJ, pre-TOS, whole backstory on this entire Federation starting to grow itself out and then deal with its threats, be it Romulan subterfuge and the whole Klingon war. And the whole thing is a complete cluster from the start. From the start. I don't even know where to just go with this other than the ship design. It looks like a second grader fell asleep in their art class and decided, oh my gosh, I only got 5 minutes to be able to finish this thing. Drew a circle and a triangle and put a freaking rectangle connecting the two and got a C- for it. Seriously. Wow. And then the crew looks like it's decked out for like a science and exploration type of crew. The motif around them, the atmosphere about them is like, hey, look, all right, we're science and explorers. We're scientists and explorers, but we got to deal with a threat. And this seems to be just the very beginning of the threat, but it's not because of what they're going through and what they're experiencing. It's all over the place. It doesn't make sense. You have an Exo who's unsure of herself, having to deal with being part Vulcan, it looks like, and dealing with the uncertainty of command, but then is being very assertive in shooting first and asking questions later. Definitely not the type of thing that you're going to be second guessing yourself on if you're sure of yourself in a command situation. Unless you're very afraid and they're trying to convey that, which then, obviously being a trailer and you having to cut this thing short, it failed to convey that message. But even then, you're sending vastly mixed signals to an audience that you're trying to recapture or expand to. And it's so far all over the place that all you're gonna do is leave people asking questions and doubting whatever the hell this thing is. I just I don't know. It's the whole Discovery trailer that was released. Go to the TrekYards Facebook group. They're having a nice discussion about it. Obviously, keep it civil, but express your opinions. I'm just saying that CBS and Paramount could have done a far, far better job of, one, telling the story, and two, delivering on it. Axanar, in its concept, seemed to have done a far, far better job in capturing Trek, the story of it as the Federation is evolving from this fledgling group of worlds and alien races to dealing with this biggest existential threat at that time and how it's going to come out of it. I feel that has, for better or for worse and whatever, the politics is with Axanar in and of itself. The story, the concept of it, has a much better understanding of the story, the theme, and the feel of Star Trek in and of itself. It'll tell the action and adventure story. It'll give you the introspection. It'll give you, here's technology to come in, and with people using the technology properly, will save the day from whatever the threat is. I'm done ranting. Done. Anyway, I'm going to try to see if we can get a bunch of people to do some Korfez runs and just, blow something up here. Because I promised to actually do a Korfez video with, Torpedo Boat. And how the hell we can shut down the last boss on there. Tanky, are you in game or are you going to be in game later on?
Probably a lot later on in the day.
Gotcha. Also, for those who don't know, Mirror Event is coming back. The clarification from our good community manager is that there's been some touches done to it to make it a little bit better. We're hoping. Now, obviously, this is an unexpected, an unanticipated, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's unsubstantiated, I guess, hope that the time gating portion of it is gone, and that a team that actually does good by closing portals will be rewarded better for, one, performing better, two, getting better rewards out of it, and three, hurrying through the whole damn event instead of having to sit there and AFK for 5 minutes while you're waiting for the rest of the script to catch up to reality.
You're so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, Talon, the revamped word was actually removed. The community manager actually said that they removed it just to clarify their position on it. It seems to be more touch-ups than a complete revamp. Again, what those touch-ups are, I do not know. In any case, Starbase 24, will that come back? We want it to come back. Will it come back?
Hey, remember that no-win scenario we had?
I was just going to say, the cynic in me says when no-win scenario comes back. The optimist in me says, maybe. I'm not in an ISA build for this right now, but you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to do it. We'll take this Cortes Build in there and then go. For those who don't know, running a torp boat with all this fun stuff on it, here's what we're going to do. It's literally going to be a control/shutdown, so partial PvP. I have beam overload on here as far as the bridge officer there in order to be able to trigger these DOFs. Where did they go? Oh, remove them. Alright. Forget that. I'm just going to put beam overload on there just to power up the beams. I did have the shield penetration DOFs on there, and I think I removed them later on because they weren't giving me as much as I wanted. But I have the emergency con hologram, which you can get with the next Phoenix box. So that way you can use evasive maneuvers in order to get to your target faster. And emergency powered engines in order to recharge evasive maneuvers. That helps a ton. Because if you can get to that ship quick enough, you can either A, shoot down the nukes that it's about to launch, the trilithium nukes, or B, prevent them from launching in the first place by hitting it with enough damage. 2, I am loading up whatever control abilities that I have here, in this case jam targeting sensors, in order to be able to trigger control countermeasures and ICP, or invasive control programming, which will hopefully get me shutdowns that I like, preferably weapons and shields. No weapons, can't shoot back at you. No shields, torpedoes get all sorts of goodness done on it. And I mean all sorts of goodness done on it. Especially when I'm launching all these quantum babies at it, it's going to be a good time. This missile, by the way, is pure and utter garbage. I mean, it's only good for a beamboat that wants to use supercharged weapons. Otherwise, scrap it. Forget it. It's garbage. Anyway, Torp Spread 3, High Yield 3. Go see the Manicore video if you want to see the build on that one. It's pretty much the same concept here. I took out my debuffer for Emergency Powered Engines 1 in the engineering section, and then CF2 and 3 for the engineering command C. This I typically would have for my energy weapon 1. It would be Fire at Will, Beam Overload, or Scatter Volley. In this case, Beam Overload, because I can have an energy weapon ability, trigger something there, and the energy weapons will start juicing up a bit more. So if I wanted to do something with that, Terran 3-piece, let me go with... Where the hell's that Terran beam? Where the hell's that Terran beam? Here's that Terran beam. 3-piece there for secondary torpedo launchers, which has been nerfed to hell once it finally made it out of Tribble to holodeck. It's still something, but no. We didn't want it in its overpowered state where it was on Tribble, but what came out on holodeck was just a really, really bad... Bleh. But an extra torpedo out every so often isn't bad. Really, you just want the 2-piece, wherever you get the 2-piece from. The ferrofluid console helps you fire a little bit faster. That's all well and good, so blah, blah, blah. Now, the big kickers here in the traits. Load Viral Warhead. If you got money, get the Benthans. Get this trait. This will make your torps disable the target for 5 seconds. That will shut them down from launching anything. You also stop the freaking boss ship from healing itself a bit. Catastrophic Overload. It affects jam targeting sensors. So you do electrical damage onto it. Big deal. The disable is where you're at. Disable your foe for 3 seconds. When the disable kicks in, you get bonus energy and projectile weapon damage. This is a Cat 2 bonus. So, yeah, love the extra damage you got on there. Overwhelming Force on high yields and beam overloads. You're going to have a secondary effect off of them. The Overwhelming Force for high yield torpedoes gives you a nice, beautiful little thing right there. Boom! Send your enemies scattering all over the place and disables them briefly. Beam Overloads gives you the Charged Particle Burst, which I'm still trying to figure out exactly how well I can do with this, but it does really nice with it as well. So if I get both of them on there, I'll be able to lower shields a bit, lower the resistance on shields a bit, knock down my target a bit, stop them from doing something for a bit, keep on disabling them for a bit. Enough of a shutdown to where it's not 100%, but it's definitely enough to stop the heals, that ship from healing up so much, to stop it from attacking so much, to eventually drop its shields, especially when you get a tanky in there. you're going to shut down its shields, and this will make sure it shuts down the regen as well as it self heals. And then the rest of your team, as well as yourself, can go and blow the hell out of it, and you win. Now, with this UI, where's the rest of this team here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more for this ISA. So I'm going to take this shutdown build and all of its craziness, and I'm going to go into an ISA with it and see exactly what the hell I can do with it. Just because I haven't actually parsed with it. It's not the typical damage traits that I have on there. I mean, if I really wanted to. Full damage traits, again, go see the Manicore video for it. But this will get replaced, this will get replaced, this will get replaced for it. Invincible, since I'm running Intel primary and Strategist secondary. Yeah, I don't have any sort of survivability thing that you would have if you were running on the temporal operative. I could probably go, if I had someone else who was also running this as well, command secondary would be really nice for torp boats because of this right here, and superfluous emitters giving you bonus damage for everybody there. When you have a good tank pretty much protecting other people, or a really good healer keeping people's hull hit points high, superfluous emitters will give you a lot of damage, bonus damage going in. It's +2 bonus for every person that's at 95% hull or higher. This one, though, the scan for weakness and all of the traits that link with it, if you have a beamboat partner in the match with you, preferably your tank, who's running command as either primary or secondary, and you're running this at least a secondary, you get the benefits of that. Which means anytime that they get an exploit attack on that target, you and your torps benefit. Which means really big booms. I'm going to trump this. Really huge booms. Yeah, huge. P.S. If they make you go in without having to check anything here, why couldn't they just like get rid of the team window? That's just me though. So now we're waiting for the usual ISA mock-up, startup, lineup, everybody's here, good. Thoughts of the new light cruisers? They're there, they're selling ships, that's it. The trait is kind of meh. But that's my take on it. Yay. Go, go, go. Whee. Go, go, Torp Nation. Why is this not triggering? Prioritizing neutronic for this one here because they hit hard and there's a couple spheres close by. Otherwise, if they were loose, I would just went quantum phase and call it a day. Activate that. I'm really hating this lockout thing. Did I mention how much I hate the lockout? Oh, I forgot to turn the beam on autofire. Well, now, there's a lot of people who did some heavy firepower in that. Good job, everybody in there. I just need to actually, you know, practice my piloting. That's the biggest thing here. Your biggest DPS will always Your biggest DPS improvements will always be on your piloting, regardless of your build. Know when and where to activate your abilities, know when and where to deploy mines, shoot your torps, activate your fall, the whole 9 yards. These guys are great. $147's there. Yep, I did 61. It was just there. Just target 1, target 2. Didn't have spheres to shoot at. That was it. Done. Biggest thing is a torp boat, you need to get ahead of everybody. You need to be able to land your hits quickly. Or else you get stuck behind, you're left up cleaning up the garbage. And the garbage is too weak, not enough hit points, DPS goes down. Anyway, let's go and see if we can nail out some Korfez here. Tankia, AI for fighters. Stupidly OP right now, huh? Whenever he returns. Good. Tankia was the one notorious for setting up scramble fighters and pretty much just having fighters do some really stupid things. Well, I'll get to that question. Gotta love these spams too. Oh, he's at dinner. He'll return later on tonight. Probably need to beam down. Production wise, as far as effects, the trailer looks good. I like how smooth they were as far as, you know, getting docking clamps released from the ship. That was good. But everything else is just like, what the hell are they thinking? This thing looks like they just scrapped a whole bunch of different story ideas, slung them into a script, and then just ran away with it. Alright, just to make sure that the shutdown actually does what it's supposed to do, I'm going to make sure that nobody brings a sub-nuke to the Korfez. And let me get up. But yeah, come on in. Just send me a whisper, man, and I'll bring you in. Yes, Mr. Jones. Yeah, I don't know if they consulted JJ on the whole lens flare bit, but jeez, yeah, they went way too much with it. Let me start this bad boy up. See, there's another thing with the Q system here. It's like you are literally stuck in it still, even though it doesn't show you. Oh, good. Let me make sure I bring you in because I want to see that tank build. Yeah, about the show, I probably should say this right now here anyway. There are a bunch of people right now who are burnt out of STO for multiple reasons. Now, the balance pass, which is something we've been begging for ages, and we're actually happy about, seems to have came too late because it's like, all right, great, we got balanced, and now we're going to do the same thing all over again, and people are burnt out. I mean, you got people like Sarcasm, Zeph's doing his thing still, thankfully, because we still love us some ship porn out there. By the way, go see his videos on the new light cruisers. Go see it. Go see it. Hold on a second. Yeah, new Q layout fools everybody there. But yeah, Protius is done his drain builds and his grab build, and he's still there. Tank, yeah, definitely has his drain extreme, but it's kind of like, I'll show up whenever I show up to STO. I've been busy with a lot of work stuff, and then when in my free time, I can get on the WoW and start playing while I'm doing work remotely. STO has nothing for me right now that is actually going to keep me in here, except, okay, come up with a new build concept, test it, and see what happens, and then modify a little bit. Other than that, everything else has been done is old hat. I'm also a bit disappointed with the whole treatment with torpedoes overall, and the stream that was done by Priority 1 that featured Borticus, as well as a community stream, which, thankfully great on him doing that, is just that his treatment with some of the weapon systems, preferably torpedoes, in as part of a complete weapons package in this game, kind of like it's like he either doesn't want to try or feels like the effort put in would not give the investment, therefore don't bother. I don't know, just kind of when he says torps are hard in multiple streams and multiple writings and multiple things, and it's really not hard from an outsider's perspective looking in, as well as someone who's seen code behind the scenes for games, it's not hard. It really isn't hard. I mean, let's give the same treatment here. Look at the gravimetric photon torpedo. That thing was massively buffed with this one here. Aside from the fixes, it was buffed. 100% proc rate on spread for all targets. And then its procs are boosted by Grav Gens and Control X. Wow. Okay, can we get the same thing for Neutronic, Quantum Phase, and Pizio, please? And thank you very much. You don't even have to make it as OP as what they used to be before. But all the procs working on all of the targets, there should be some consistency with that. And there is no consistency with that. And that's disappointed. Waiting for 2 other people to get in here, which I need to see what's going on. Where's my man over here? Lewis, whisper me your ad handle. I'm at Odinite. Let me get these guys going here. And so many other torpedoes, yeah, like the Romulan hyperplas
What up? What up?
needs to be fixed.
Yay, Chuck.
What's up, Chuck?
So did everyone check their email for the free bridge crew? Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, folks, broadcasting right now. By the way, folks, if you haven't already checked it out, check out your email to see if you get any of your bridge crew in there. I didn't get it, but oh well, maybe somebody else would.
Yay, me. I'm one.
Yay, Chuck.
Yay, Chuck.
And you get the original series holographic bridge crew. We got Spock. Yay.
You in SEO, Chuck?
Yeah.
Send me a tell. We're Ninja for Fez. Or after dark.
Wow, they sent me the bridge crew, y'all, and I'm not even sure I want to claim it.
Oh, what is this?
Ready for some punching power?
It's Korfez.
Oh, okay.
There's no warning anymore. It just launches you.
Yeah.
It's fickle like that. It sometimes gives you sometimes a second warning. I think I've seen that pop up once or twice.
Hey, Talon got the
I
XP boost email.
Wow. I don't have any weapons on this ship.
Oh my god.
Whoopsie.
I was playing with it to set it up for a PvP boat. See how it would. And I never put weapons on it.
Whoopsie.
A little bit.
All right, break left, go right. By the way, this freaking like quote unquote heavy weapons, hideous. I mentioned it was hideous. Hideous. Yay, shields. Let me zoom out to give the audience a better angle on everything here. Whoa. Putting these bastards in my arc. Nothing's coming through. Ow. Alright, I'm going to stick close to my tank, and I'm actually going to go and shoot his target. Like a good player should do. Tab targeting sucks balls right now. Nope, nope, nope. That means get the hell out of here. I try to attack that vessel and nothing's coming through. Yeah, this torpedo lockout thing is really annoying. Also, being shot at too is really annoying. I did build this ship with like no defenses whatsoever. So yeah, you're gonna get eaten alive if you don't have something there. Alright, regroup, form up, and knock out something. Yeah, I'm getting the hell out of that. Damn. What's up, Jay? Getting blown up in Fez. Alright, the good news is they're all clustered together. The bad news is they're all shooting at us with stupidly high efficiency. It's possible. We just need to be able to, one, focus fire a couple targets and knock them down, and two, recover. We got a couple low health targets that are still up. That's not one of them. Where did he go? Yep, we failed that one bad. Utter failure. And what's the lesson learned here, everybody? It's harder, yes. I think some of the smaller ships have way too much resistances, but I don't know, that's a personal opinion thing. But yes, you actually do have to coordinate as a team to be able to pick targets off. Like I said, going from left to right or right to left, whichever way you do it. But if you go straight up through the middle like we're used to it and just fall spam, you're gonna get your lunch taken. Alright, I won't be PG about it. You're gonna get your asses handed to you horribly. Like what you just saw right there. No, there's something. It's more than just a weapon power rebalance. It's like actual resistances for their shields and hull seem to be a lot higher. Like I took a drain build in there, and the old drain build that I had going into Korfez did not have the punch that the revamped drain build does. And I could not drain the shields as much as I used to be able to do that with the Torps. Quantum Phase would literally just strip shields off and then go at it. The stats for Quantum Phase hasn't changed. The stats for Drain X has gone up a little bit, but the shields on those ships now are staying up much, much more. Yeah, those Tricobalt Torps, when they stay alive, they hit. And they hit really hard. So yeah, it's great when, you know, Korfez is actually a high difficulty, but I think the scaling on some of the mobs needs to be retuned. Like the big capital ships, the artillery ships, yes, that difficulty level, solid, on par. The Corvette types shouldn't be built like a tank. The rebounds did need to happen. There were some things that were stupidly way out of control that should not have been like that in the first place. Getting plasma procs as a #1 source of DPS, pigeonholing people into one specific build unless they were trying to play for fun, bad. Conceptually bad. Now there seems to be a little bit more room as far as having build varieties, but now you're still more or less pigeonholed into go heavy drain or go home, or go heavy science with some drain component into it and a few energy weapons, or go home. Yeah, man, I have no resistances, so me being tissue paper, I expected that. I expected to get knocked the hell out if I just stood there too long and didn't move around. Like when I was keeping evasive and emergency powered engine cycling, I was alive. Somehow macros broke off, my bind didn't work with this when it should have, and I was a sitting duck. I was dead. That's still on me. But if you build yourself to be a robust tank and you want to go in there and see how you handle wave 1, ouch. Now, here's the side effect off of this. Benthans, when you get it, they're not squishy. They can actually take a couple hits. I've seen a couple Benthan transport ships get hit with tricobalts and live. So, mixed bag, but when you get through the Benthans, you don't have to worry about them, dying because somebody sneezed 2 sectors away. It is what it is. We'll take it for what it is, right? All I know is that Chimera Invasion, I will be on here probably not playing much on it, or probably playing a little bit, but it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, for me, the big console reward out of Mirror Invasion is kind of meh. We'll see how it plays out. But other than that, I don't know. You can get the dilithium rewards. Some people are swimming up to their ears in dilithium. Some people have enough stuff to be able to claim that they could turn all this crap in and get tons of dilithium. I'm finally down to 1 stack of these, so yay. You can get the new marks off of it. I'm trying to give you a reason there to go ahead and play this thing, man. I am. So, that's up to you. Yes, I did fight Astro Zombie in PvP. He had his, Tychon's Rift drain build that will literally shut you down. And, yeah, it was pretty damn nasty. What confused me, though, is that even with I understand it was a bug Tychon's Rift at the time, but my drain compared to his drain level was maybe 100 points off, and drain was still just like, shh, you're done. It's like I had no drain resistance whatsoever. It was there. It kind of leaves you wondering what the hell's going on in the state of PvP, where it's swapped from plasma explosions being OP to drain builds being OP. Shut down city, you're done. Forget it. You get 2 or more people shutting down a small area, stay in that area. Good game, you win. Let me see if I can bring him in on this one. should work as a team. Right now, Drain is doing stupendously wonderful, and I got a phone call. We'll be right back. All right, let's see what we got here. I see. Guess what, folks? If we're stuck in the queue, all right. He's not in the queue. I got to bring him in the queue. Blah, blah, blah. Leave selected queues. I am not in the queue. Let's see if I can bring him in here. This should probably yank him out of the queue that he's currently in right now and put him in here. I hope. Nope. He's already in the queue group. Guess what, buddy? You're going to have to leave your current queue. This is something I don't like about the system here. It doesn't automatically drop you from the previous queue that you were in. Let's see. Work stuff is good. Blah, blah, blah. Jay, yes, Tykins has stupid amounts of issues. And I think the revamp needs a revamp just to make sure all bases are covered with it. But that's just me. That's just me. They really wasn't a holistic approach to all of the weapon systems on here. Bordicus said it himself that he would like to have an ideal setup where people using, you know, a cannon, quote, as seen on TV loadout. But when you don't include all of your weapons in your revamp, don't expect people to use a cannon loadout. Never mind. I'm done. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. Now he's back in there. Let's try this again. We're going to go into the cure. The cure, advanced. That should put us in there. Join queues. And there we go. So, with that, let's see what we have here as far as this blah, blah, blah. Yaki schmack. Hello, Jesse. What's going on? Oh, you're finally getting hot weather. Where are you at? Yeah, there were some things that were not allowed to test on Tribble that should have been tested on Tribble before it ran out to holodeck. The last second changes before they were made out were just, we've seen this happen beforehand. Torpedo pre-fire sequence, not torpedo pre-fire sequence, no, secondary torpedo launchers was the biggest standout for me. Obviously, yeah, I like torps. I like the way they are in the game. I like the way, as far as a military weapon is concerned, that's my focus. I'm not saying that torp should be the weapon of the game by any stretch of the imagination. Let me just clarify that position. I'm saying that if we are going to allow an all-beam build to be good, because the devs developed it that way and had a game centered around that, the other weapons that exist in the game should also be developed to allow for build diversity. And if you want a cannon loadout to be the thing, then design the game around that so that all the weapons would be able to synergize in such a way that they would help amplify each other out versus having one or the other extreme, being top dog. Anyway. Smith Falls, Canada. Smith Falls, Canada. Where is that? For the uneducated and ignorant like myself right here, where is Smith Falls located in Canada? Give me a province and I have at least a general location. Aaron, I see your sarcasm and I raise you a sarcasm detector. Wherever the hell that bastard is. Sarcasm, if you're listening to this right now, you should say something because sarcasm was obviously detected. Anyway. We got people all over the freaking continental US right now and Canada, which will adopt you as... No, you probably don't want to adopt us. Never mind. Forget it. Yep. Nope. Never mind. Never mind. People still seeking asylum over into Canada anyway, so. Yes. Sleep, I didn't see that. I didn't see people actually trolling testers. What I did see was people trolling each other as far as what should be good or not good, and I'm not sure on how that actually would play out. That's just me though. I personally would have liked to have seen a bit more build diversity into the game instead of going back to the same old status quo. And it has been, for the upper echelon, it's back to the same old status quo. Minus plasma explosions. That's the big shift. Alright, let's see how many people we have in the queue. Because, yay. Binary circuit, people are hunting down the ground for those marks. Single digits over there. Not many people there. I'm seeing a lot more people down on the ground and in space. Wait, we were just in this thing. What the heck happened? Seriously? Queued group join queues. Alright. So somehow we got removed from the queue. Because reasons? I don't know. Let me see what's going on here with this. Aaron, I want you to elaborate on your statement there where you said you feel that the recent changes to torps are a quote-unquote fix looking for a problem. You mean the one where they made destructible torps immune to hazards? By the way, the flight speed thing is a joke. Really bad joke. You need torpedo pre-fire sequence in order for you to be able to see the speed increase, and it really isn't that much of a speed increase. But you know, that's just me. I mean, for something that destructive, I want to make sure it's there at least more than 30 to 50% of the time, and not easily shot down by some probes, scatter volley, or fire at will type of motif weapon there. Burn. And then burn. Yep. Anyway. Jesse, yeah, we get the same feeling like that over in Florida. We'll save that for the political commentary version of the show. Oh, look who's here. It's Jay. All right, hold on. We're going to break this group and bring this mofo in. Freaking heck, man. This guy's got like a super carrier. Clone owner is literally just like spawning little ships. Yeah, let me bring his highness in here. Leave this. Bring this guy in. I don't know if I need to do an invite or whatnot, but see, that's the confusing part with this. If I can actually just do an invite. I need a space versus ground here. Alright, fine. We'll do something else. Where's a fun one? What's a fun one? We'll do old school. Just to make sure we can actually do this thing here, because I don't know exactly how this thing plays out well. Bring him in a team. Do this. Right. I'm getting system messages. Is it because they're already in this private queue? Nope, they're out of the private queue. Okay. Okay. I like the cooldown one though, but this is just crazy. Why is it spamming that we have queue groups over and over? Whatever. I'm just gonna do a private match because this thing's a pain in the butt. Yeah, the limit on torpedo spread and high yield, especially when you have torpedo barrage or concentrated firepower kicking in, that is very annoying. That literally choked the DPS on torp builds, because I would be able to queue up a torp spread or high yield, wait for my prime target to be in range, and then queue up a high yield or torp spread, and then fire them off. The high yield will always take precedence over the torp spread. Or right before I'm able to activate another torp spread or high yield, fire off the first one, queue up the second one, fire right off behind it. I guess they wanted to stop torp boats from being so powerful in PvP, but you still have your vape builds that do just that in PvP, so it does nothing. But that is definitely a big hurt to PvE torp boats. It literally kills the throughput on your torps. Wow. Nope. Why the hell did they do that nonsense? 1, 2, 3, 4. Forget it. Any case. Yeah, the high yield and spread lockout seems to be extremely limiting to it. I understand you're trying to control for PvP, but I can see where you're saying solving a problem that doesn't even exist. Throughput on torp boats for a vape build, and then you're going to have to wait at least another 15 seconds before you fire off anything major. And you could use freaking TAC team to clear off, well, alright, a little bit now that Spartan actually cleared this up. But prior to the changes here, TAC team would clear off concentrate firepower and you'd be out of luck. Now there's a small window where TAC team would actually clear debuffs, and then after that you're shut off for a while. Freaking Austin, just get your butt in here, man. I'm just gonna bring you into whatever the heck we feel like. That's what it is. That's the cue. Let me see what we got here. We'll do Tholians. We'll do whatever. Tholians, Vault. Oh, Vault was a fun one there. Yep. 5-second debuff clear for TAC team. Which then you're going to have to watch the time on your target's TAC team and then apply it afterwards. Or just spam it and get lucky. One of the two. Red Sox have the same name. Space, man, just take the invite. Dang it. see what we got going on here. Now, for each torp, you would have a firing mode that was good for the situation. Like, enhanced biomolecular under spread wasn't ideal for most situations. It's kind of like just a regular photon torpedo fired under spread. Now, under high yield, that big bad ball of green will just come over there and drop ever-living nukes on that target and any target within a couple clicks around it. And the yield on that thing was pretty damn decent. It's also the only high yield out there that's one single big torpedo that cannot be shot down and travels at the normal speed of other torps. Which is like, why aren't the other ones like this? I guess because reasons. So I don't know. I just work here. So in any case, spread works really well with the old school neutronic. Right now, the current neutronic as it is, spread is good if you have like a really tight cluster of targets, and then the drain and power reduction hits the main target first before all the other torpedoes hit the other targets with shields. Otherwise, it's just stronger quantums. That's it. That's hitting the secondary targets. Same thing with quantum phase under spread right now, which is just, yeah, you have all these other torps that would have the secondary procs hit all of the available targets except for neutronic, quantum phase, and PZO. Oh, and corrosive, which kind of just does its stupid on-off switch still because reasons. So, yay. There we go. And yes, thank you. The Harpang, yeah, I've shot that thing maybe about 5 times in Tribble, and I noticed that it was slower than a couple of the other ones. A couple of the other times I've noticed the travel time on it beforehand, and I'm like, I don't use it that much, but it's still. Why was the speed reduced for that thing? It's not like the thing was overpowered to begin with. I don't know. Next thing you know, the Kelvin torps are going to get slowed down because, you know, parity and balance and all that. So we'll see. We shall see. The ship I'm using is the Manticore. I have a video on that. Go look for my Torpedo Guys playlist on my channel. You will see that Manticore. It is that is the ship. Thomas Marone, you did a brilliant bang-up job on designing this ship. And I like the customizability on this thing. I love it. It is great. Hats off to you on it. And whoever designed the bridge layout on this thing, it's great as a destroyer. Oh shit, I should probably move out of that, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's move out of that death ray. Because I don't like death rays coming at me. And let's give him hell. Boom! Overwhelm. Oh, I forgot. I'm in my kind of like half shutdown build. So there's going to be a lot of overwhelming forces and beam overloads, charged particle bursts like that. Yep. There we go. Spread that. That target's gone. See neutronic right there. Wait. Nope. It's just quantums. Somebody fired a grav torp. Look at that rift. Look at that rift generation. Let me get back into position here. Pop a high yield. Find a big target. And slaughter it. Big numbers, big numbers, big numbers. See, now, these targets are just slower than... I don't know. Just feel like it's not... There's no, like, happy medium between the difficulty scalings, I guess. And that's my biggest thing. is either overdone or not done enough. Oof, somebody just vaporized that mesh weaver. Does my torps move too slow? I need to fire ahead of time. Oh, that's a Terran vessel there. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so we're out of this here. Pick your marks and just run away with it. Alright, same team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go do something else. It'll be a little bit more challenging. Oh, thanks, Chucky. Yeah, the Manicore is a very solid ship. Like if there was ever something that was a great vet reward, that ship right there is good for it. I do use the console. Back to previous question there that I missed. I do use that Lotus console on here, the enhanced dynamic tactical system. This is the tier 6 version of it. I use it for the drain as well as for the crit severity. It is very, very nice. Alright, so we should still be together in a private. Great, that means we go through with this. And you know what? People haven't seen Onra in ages, so we're just going to do Onra. Azure Nebula Rescue Advanced. That was Onra. Why? Because we should. Because people haven't seen that thing in ages. Yes, my man Jay's with me on this. Onra. Why haven't we left yet? We got 5 people here. Let's go. Let's go. Chop, chop. We got time. You know, that is a good question, Jesse, because it looks like at the very highest scale, a light cruiser. But that's stretching it. That is royally stretching it. It looks like an early age destroyer. And it could also be used as transport. But as far as a warship classification, it's an early age destroyer. That's what it is. Not a lot of armament. Quick, maneuverable. Gets from point A to point B quickly. Drops its firepower. Helps escort the rest of the fleet. Done. That thing is a destroyer.
Fucking losers.
What's happening?
Yo,
What's going on, Chuck?
what's up, Protius? We're streaming live on here because people love the show.
Oh, fun.
Or something like that. Anyway.
Something like that.
Not firing torps.
What are you streaming? How bad torps are?
Oh, yeah. The torps are pretty damn bad. Like, I'm not shooting anything at all.
Wow.
And targets die. We're doing Onra. Can you believe that?
What?
Yes. You know, I actually like Onra. You know, Zerd Nebula blows only when you're in a pug group and nobody wants to actually coordinate or do something. And I will be right back.
Did you check and see if you got the TOS holographic bridge officers?
I already had those.
Oh, okay. They gave them away in promotions to certain people.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I got them. Yeah.
course, I had to get a special delivery now. But, you know, late. Rest of the team got their stuff, and we're just sitting around waiting. Otherwise, Honor is still good.
Odin, you still triggered.
Thank you. Tell me something about drains.
The more Drain-X you have, the more you drain.
But I mean, like, really good drain stuff. Ooh, look, too.
He did tell you the good drain stuff. The more you have, the more you drain.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
really, really good drain stuff.
Stack, drain, own people. That's what it is.
yeah, I mean, it's about as easy as, you know, Fall Plasma consoles was.
Pretty much.
Sad, isn't it?
I'm currently experimenting with a machine. I call it the Shroominator.
All right, I'm going to be asking, what the hell?
What?
Why did you call it that?
Do you know what a mushroom is?
A what?
A mushroom.
No.
It's a red cow that grows mushrooms on its back that only spawns on a mushroom island. And the only thing that can spawn on these mushroom islands is the mushroom. So I went in my creative world, found a mushroom island, dug it all the way down to bedrock, and I built a machine that automatically spawns them, lures them off the platforms, and little Johnny Vindicator at the bottom kills them.
Sounds
Those
amazing.
have been wondering what the hell he's talking about. It's Minecraft. That's where Protius
Yes,
has been
it's
hanging out
Minecraft.
with for a bit.
I'm addicted to Minecraft.
So I just want to way back up to like the conversation we had an hour ago. Like that Star Trek Discovery trailer is still triggering me a little bit.
Oh, you missed my rant, but
And-
please go ahead. I
No,
want to hear yours.
I was here for your rant. The thing that triggers me the most is when they're walking across the desert thing, which is I'm assuming the Vulcan like desert forge thing, and when like she's talking and then it's clearly a very poorly edited sound clip to say her name. That's what triggered me the most out of the whole trailer.
Really?
Yeah, that's the most triggering thing in the entire trailer for me.
Not that bastardization of a ship. They could have put a Miranda there and would have done a whole lot better.
Not as triggered by that ship. I've seen worse ships. I'm actually just triggered by that little like sound clip. I know I picked my battles.
If you guys haven't read my freaking channel chat yet, I heard Minecraft is a place, a good place to go where good STO players retire.
Pretty much. That's where we go to play a real game.
Wow.
A game that has challenge.
But Korfez, juiced up.
Oh, whatever. Korfez is broken. Again.
Well, I guess we did complain that we wanted the no-win scenario back.
And that's pretty much the no-win scenario.
Nah, it's not really a no-win scenario. I mean, it's bloated with a lot of
You're
heavy
right.
weapons firing everywhere, and you do actually need to coordinate with a high DPS team in order to be able to go through it. But
You're right, Odin. It's not the old no-win scenario because it's even harder than the old no-win scenario was.
I don't think it's that hard, man.
Dude, no-win scenario was a piece of cake once you figured out the metrics for it. We used to farm level 10 every night. But this, it's frustrating enough to where I don't want to do it every night. Die, mushroom, die!
On the side note, I'm having a lot of fun playing Pokemon Sun and Moon.
I bet
That's
you
a
are.
good game. I'm doing the Nuzlocke challenge, and actually I think that's something that Odin would enjoy.
Which?
It's the Nuzlocke challenge for the Pokemon games.
Yeah, probably not.
You don't even know what it is.
He doesn't like Pokemon.
Touche.
Tisk tisk. How dare you? I guess, did you hear somebody leaked or spoiled the new WoW expansion? You're excited about that.
We'll see.
You know what it is?
No.
Naga!
What?
The Naga.
Really?
Really?
Are they actually going to put in that underwater world finally?
Probably.
Ooh, a 5, a 5, a 5. I cannot get there fast enough.
So that was almost dangerous. People almost died.
They punched a hole in it, and all I did was just fire torps. Alright. If you had to choose between one or the other to bring back, which would it be? No-win scenario or Starbase 24?
No win scenario.
No win scenario. Hands down.
Yeah, no one.
And to the rest of the audience, what do you think? No-win or Starbase 24? Disabled. Oh my gosh, Jay never got to play No Win. I feel bad
What?
for you, bro.
That was an amazing mission. I enjoyed that one more than any other mission in the game.
That
It
was
actually
something
took
where you
thought
could
and
go in with-
teamwork.
Sorry, go on.
It actually took thought and teamwork.
Yeah. One of the other things I
I've
liked
explained-
about it is you could go in there with almost any type of build. You know, so long as it was a well thought out and well played build, and do well in it.
Oh yeah, that's where my original science build back in the day excelled because of the amount of control I had in there.
But rebalance. Yeah.
Whatever.
Fine,
They
give
can
us no
take
win
their
now with the
rebalance and shove it.
Give us no win back now that, you know, power creep's under control.
They'll
They're
never
just-
give it back because it got abused.
No, their ego got abused because we beat it.
Yeah. This is true too. Well, it's not only that we beat it, but we destroyed it.
Yeah.
It's almost like the first JJ Trek where like Spock's just sitting there like, how did he beat it?
Right?
See, excellent Joe is a Kirk's protege right there.
If you got the title, you flaunt it, man.
My science tune is the only tune I have with the title. Gee, I wonder why. So I always got asked to take my science tune in there. Especially when they were saying they were going to shut it down. Everybody was like, hey, you can bring your science tune. I need my title.
And
That
for
was
those
back
who-
when I was flying the Palisade.
You were flying the Palisade?
Mhm. That was my go-to boat back then. That was before the secondary deflector.
For those who don't know Jay, he's a resident mathematician. Brilliant on RSTO builds. Has done a lot for the community in and of itself, especially making things easier to understand. Him with old school Vel and the Tem and a couple other folks out there have broken down things so that way people like me can understand them and then make fun builds for everybody else to enjoy.
What do you mean, people like you?
Well, you know, I'm a knucklehead.
Wow.
Triggered.
That being a freaking debuff right there. That's what I'm screwed up with. Yeah, so I lost a little bit of punching power with that, but no big deal because I don't have my full PvE build. I need to go clean up that mess later. Charge particle bursts everywhere. Hey, you look like a juicy target. Have some high yields on the house.
It's the Mu Cube of Doom. Oh, the Temple of Mu.
Temple
Yes. The Temple of Mu.
You have any new Minecraft videos coming out so people who are interested can go see and look?
I put out a couple recently on my channel, and I've got a whole slew laundry list of tutorials that I need to put together for the redstone machines and stuff that I'm building. So stay tuned. There will be more.
Stay tuned, don't touch that dial.
And for those of you who are Mass Effect fans, you'll see in my videos the replica of the SSV Normandy that I created in Minecraft, full to scale. Inside and out.
Look, that's how freaking slow that heavy is right now. And that's even with torpedo pre-fire sequence on. Still slow as molasses. Only reason it didn't get shut down is because I disabled the target and there was only one target out there. Freaking torp slow as molasses. Like I'm flying fast in my freaking thing in this slow tugboat.
You know how I know it's summer where I live? The ice cream truck's outside.
Yep. The Mr. Softy ice cream truck. The Jersey thing.
It's not just a Jersey thing.
No, the Mr. Softy part is.
Hey, what happened here? What happened here? That's just messed up. Alright, I'm going to bring in the Max 1 Destroyer. People are still a bit, how should I put it, salty over the whole Discovery thing.
I think Discovery's going to get canceled first season.
Agreed.
You know what's going to have a longer season than Discovery?
The Orville.
The Orville.
Ying.
I honestly think Seth MacFarlane. Here's my conspiracy thing about it. Seth MacFarlane looked at CBS and Paramount versus Axonar, looked at what they were putting out, and then said, "Hold my beer."
Probably.
And already, that thing is like, wait, it's got the essence of Star Trek, but with the satire of The Simpsons and Family Guy. This could be really, really, really good.
It's like a just better done Galaxy Quest.
Plus, his ex-wife is hot in that.
True.
That was my favorite part.
Otherwise known as Bobby from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
All right, let me see. What do we got here? What do we got here? All right, I'm going to bring in the heavies for Crystalline because, well, no, it needs 10 people. Screw that. Wait, we should be able to queue as a team here on that, right? Help me out here. Refresh my memory. For doing a public queue, if I've privately invited people in, they would not take it, correct?
Correct.
Screw them.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Wait, which one are you trying to do?
Trying to do CCA.
Yeah, you need at least 7.
Right, but in a private queue, if I do public, then they have to be invited in the team in order for that to
Correct.
go through, right? Yeah.
Correct. So just do a private and get 7 people in there.
That ain't so much a thing. Hey, you know what? We'll just do a standard ISA. How about that? Standard ISA before we just call it on this one. And away we go. He's charging in. Let's go get him.
Leroy!
Oh yeah, 12-year anniversary of a stage Leroy Jenkins, which, you know, the guys are funny with that. Stage did not. The thing was funny.
Oh, that was hilarious. I don't
Best
care if
thing
it was staged. It was freaking hilarious.
Ah, I forgot the log. Oh well. Letting the torps fly. High yields out. Big boom on target. You know, I fired those torps, but it still didn't do it because it still thought I wasn't in the arc. Thank you, Cryptic. Really, thank you.
Salt. Feed me salt.
More salt.
You don't know the power of the QQ.
I'm dropping a big bomb on this sucker.
Had to go to the bathroom, did you?
Well, there it goes. There it goes. It's gonna hit. It fizzled.
Your brain fizzled.
My torpedo
Wow.
fizzled. Pop that. I clicked on this earlier. That should have went through. Train. So I flew right behind it, and then that thing's gonna stay there and go stupid. things don't want to line up. Heavies. Did make it. Not that I would have seen it anyway. Ew, 45K. Suck. Where'd everybody go? Nice. Jay still tanked the heck out of that. Yeah, I need a bit more salt in that high yield 3. The TDD is nice, but Tri-Cs are really going to be the biggest bang for the buck. Especially this bastard right here. You know, I thought they said they were fixing the tooltip thing for Tri-Cobalts. Maybe that's later.
And you believe them?
They fixed a couple things?
I never believe it until I actually see it. And even then I'm skeptical.
Let's go to the user comments. Alright, the discussion is pretty much on Star Trek films as far as the mainstream one versus the fanfic ones. I think that, and this is my take on this, if you're a big budget studio, you're going to have the resources to be able to put out something that should be orders of magnitudes better than any fan flick out there. So when you fall way short of what people are putting out for free, that's a huge disappointment.
It's called the number crunchers getting
All right. If
involved.
Even if they're doing some stupidness like looking at the metrics and what will pull well with audiences and whatnot, do the story for the story's sake. Look at Lucas. He stuck to his guns with freaking Star Wars after the episode 1 through 3 fiasco. And not only are they making a return, but a return with a vengeance.
Yeah, but they're not under him anymore. It's under Disney now. That's why they're making a return.
But he's got the capital now to be able to write the story.
Yeah, but he's not writing it anymore. He has nothing to do with it anymore. He's just a creative consultant.
All right. Touche. But the essence of the story is still being carried on.
True. But you want to know the reason why he sold it?
He needed the money.
No, he didn't need the money. It was costing him too much money to continue. It was basically more cost effective for him to give it over to Disney because Disney has more resources than he does, and they could make it cheaper, but still keep the same quality. That's exactly his reasoning for selling. He wanted to continue and do more, but he just couldn't afford to do it. It just wasn't cost effective enough for him. Which is sad, but, it's the way it is.
One thing I will say about Lucas and the way he handled fan fiction. he, set up guidelines that weren't too restrictive, but at the same time, allowed fans to be creative with it. And they kept the rights to it.
He even involved some of the fan fiction in some of his later stories. Like a lot of the stuff that went on in the Clone Wars, that was mostly him. But there were certain aspects of the fan-created extended universe that actually made it into the Clone Wars. A lot of people don't know that.
Yay, that finally hit.
That one time at camp.
I hate these misfires that keep happening. Alright, I gotta look at my binds again and see what the heck is going on. Because sometimes some things are just not working the way they should be. Don't understand it. Bind file hasn't changed, but the interactions definitely have.
Maybe they tweaked something and didn't tell anybody.
Like the fiasco with show FPS and show mem not working.
Yeah, that could be it.
Alright, who keeps stealing my torps? That slow moving torpedo. Where's it gonna go? Is it actually gonna find it? Yippee, Skippy. Yay. Alright, Fez. I want a Fez crew. Yeah, what was the deal with Star Trek Beyond? I'm ignorant to that thing. Somebody give us like the 2-minute spiel on our audience channel here, or what happened with Beyond.
It was a movie that didn't really accomplish anything.
Is there a live stream going on or something?
Yeah, Odin's live streaming. He's playing around in Stowe.
Should be in the live stream room, bruh.
I'm
in the Minecraft room.
Bro. By the way, folks, this is Zeph from ZEFilms. If you haven't watched this video already, please do so. Good stuff. Alright, to all you suckers in here. Korfez round 2.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Where's that team? I hate this whole channel thing. We gotta keep flipping it around and be able to talk in the same thing. Oh yes, you want to see CCA? Fine, we'll end with a CCA. We'll get people to come in after we're done with Fez. I'm sticking close to Jay. We're going to come in hard on the targets and blow them up. Jay, pick your target smartly. Let's go. Where's my target? Wow, he's getting jacked. In hot and heavy. Ah, nice. Cleaning up shop now. Left to right sweep. Single launch. Let's dodge those freaking torpedoes before they blow me up. Evasive out of there. Pass 2. Jam on target. And then the overloads. Alright, it's time to bug out. One thing I really like about overwhelming force, a photonic shockwave, when it actually punches something hard, it keeps it ahead of you, so you can keep firing more torps at it. Nice, they clustered a couple of them there together, so I can come around and make another pass. Binds are not working, it's pissing me off. Finish off the targets before we go to new ones. Hell out of dodge. But Artie's gonna feel something now. Back on the target. Oh, somebody wept it. Nice. Now it's dead. See, folks. Alright, we had like, what, one person different? Two people different? No, one. Already. Yeah, Jay's phenomenal, but he's not carrying this team. Coordination is carrying this team. Oh, and having Jay as an Uber tank helps a lot, though. At least for my survivability. Alright, shock that bastard, put up CF on it, and just spam high yields. Yes, I am not using EBM or gravimetric on this one. I'm just doing a straight quantum build. Teamwork! Benthans, yes! I love Benthans. Yes. Jesse, that is overwhelming force, the Starship trait. I'm going after the Arties on this one because I can knock them off. But first... train that target, keep them firing ahead of me. See how playing skip? Target staying ahead of me the whole time. It's like an A-10 shooting a freaking car, man. You gotta stay ahead of me the whole bloody time. What the hell's hitting me this hard? Somewhere there. It would be too much to ask to actually have things activate when you tell it to activate. There we go, Benthans. Enjoy. That artillery vessel needs to go down. Yes, and the neighbor's mowing the lawn right now at 8:53 p.m. But hey, it's Florida. You can do that sort of thing here. No, I am not leaving the map. Being close to the planet does not mean I'm leaving the map. clear on 1 and 2. Let's get the rest of these out of the way. Those guys got that in. I know for some people the freaking lightning gun is immersion breaking. I'm with you on that. These guys are all alone here. Let me just push them away. And push them away some more. And push them away some more. Let's play everybody's favorite game, Skip the Arty. Ouch, that bastard shoot me. I'm in ship, so even if I die right now, everything will be okay. Should probably put more heals on this ship, or at least some regen. I call a lightning gun something that's very immersion breaking.
Penis.
For JJ. Oh, I'm streaming. I just started to stream up here because we were doing a rant earlier. Nobody wanted to move.
Wow. Wow. Oh, I just ate. I feel wonderful now.
Wait a second. I queued up torp spread. It gave me a high yield. Overwrote the torp spread, and I lost the torp spread. That's not right.
Wow, bad.
That's not right.
Definitely bad.
But yeah, I'm with Jay on this one. I like this. You actually have
has
to
it
fight
even-
your way through this crap, and Benthans are dying left and right because they get sneezed on. But holy hell do I get shot at. A bunch of angry bees. I gotta pop in, shooting, and get the hell out. Yeah, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Wait, click, click, click. I clicked that. Where's my high yield, damn it? We passed Benthans. We're going to the solar station. Single target fired, Will. I think that's beam overload now. You get your traditional beam overload, and then all your other energy weapons that are beams have their shot damage enhanced for several seconds. You, lead ship. Take this. Rest of you, get drained. Somebody give me a yay chuck.
Yay, jump.
Yay chuck. As you can see, I pushed this artillery ship way the hell out in Timbuktu to the next one, but this bastard's still shooting at me. Will not live to see this day. Yeah, I need more survivability stuff like a blade of shell and freaking engineering team. Ox to Sif. Get out of Dodge. Nope, too late. Alright, at this point, come in, pop cooldowns, blow up everything. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Not today, boys. Not today. Isn't fire on my mark supposed to prevent a ship from like cloaking or stealthing or something like that?
No, that's a big no.
Yeah. Alright, going after Grandma over there. There was one more vessel left. I hope these guys got it. And that's the cleanup. Sensor stand does the cloaking good. Alright, here's what we need to do. Blow it up. Now, I didn't ask if any of these guys here are science captains. If they are, sub-nuke the boss whenever it's trying to heal. Does wonders. Other than that, I'm going to be the one attempting to shut this thing down with viral torp and all this other fun stuff. So there's that. Oops, I should not have popped evasive then. Baddie me. I'm going to use IF later on. Yay, got my own freaking concentrate firepower. See a mine deployment. Alright, let's see which way it's going. It's probably going to go north first. There it is. There it is. Not fast enough yet. Where's my deuterium? I hate clicking. next intercept, I'm definitely going to get something on it. We need more firepower on this thing to kill it. Alright, I'm betting it's going to go up north. There we are. Deuterium burn. Those missiles have a lot of hit points. Just to show you how much I'm firing on with torps, and yeah, painful. We need a lot of DPS on this thing right now. It's just it's still healing. One of its torpedoes hit. And concentrate firepower still is stolen. Which just hurts the cycle. There you are, you little bastard. We need more firepower on this thing. That's pretty much it at this point. Constant pressure and then get rid of its heals. Where the hell are you gonna be? There you are. Way the hell off. Nope, we did not make it. So we definitely need more pressure on it. We need to be able to stop its heal. We need to be able to do a little bit more deeps on it. Yeah, it's a big ship that definitely does look like it's a BSG type of ship, but yeah, you kind of see that as part of its design. Sensor scan is broken. Define broken, Jay. We'll wait for Jay's response on this one. Interesting. All right. For those who are out in the audience, we're going to do a CCA. I'm going to bring the heavy torps. We're going to see what the hell's going on. So if you're in 10K or just send me a whisper at Odinite, I'll invite you for the CCA. We'll run that thing and we'll call it a night. Sensor analysis, okay. Be nice to have some sort of new, queue development. Be able to bring you something like, the Borg Tour or Tholian Special. You got your Onra, CCA, and the Tholian Red Alert, something like that. This tune is offline. This tune is him. This queue system is buggy. Last call to all of you out there. CCA, send a tell to @Odinite. Or give me your handle. It'll be good. I invited you. You did. Yep. So let's see here. Put the big loadouts on there. Where's my CCA loadout? Chat. Haha, your funny surprise. It's not too hard to do these days. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and what's going on with this thing here? Somebody on cooldown? Hold on. CCA is how many again? Ten players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess we want one more. Fine. We'll do one more. Thought this thing lit up for a second. Yep, where is the last one? Spork Maximus, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Should be 7 to start, but probably new thing. Once 10 full. Meanwhile, on TrekYards, they're going all sorts of crazy over there discussing the new Discovery trailer. So, yay, have fun with that. 10 million he did. At W8, there we go. And we're off. I hate this thing staying up there. Making our approach, coming in hot. Dropping everything in the kitchen sink. 3, 2, 1. Firing away. Ah, I forgot to swap traits. Oh well. Good game. People, quit stealing my damn freaking concentrate fire powers. You're making me look bad. Well, it's not really hard to do anyway, so. La-dee-da. Alright, Bort, why can you make the entity about as hard as for Fez? You know, that would probably be nice. Even desirable. Just saying. Just saying. And clean up on that. Oof, got shot down by my own gravimetric. Hey, I like this design. Get a better look at that. It's nice. Alright, call it a day for this one here. Thanks for tuning in, all that other fun stuff. CCA numbers. They're not pretty. Nobody needs to see them. Nobody needs to see them at all. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Let me see. Copy, paste to him, see what he says there. You don't need to see it. Although you can see it, you don't need to see it. You just don't. No. See, what was the max one on that fun stuff? Hey, somebody brought a heavy torp in there. That's Elizaramus Kavaran. 184. 184K, that is. I threw down 193K. That was just nasty. Lens flares. Lens flares in CCA, yep. Let me see. I have, it looks like 30 seconds for that CCA. Yep. So, John, you're just in time for us to call it a night. Sorry, Joe. Jesse, I will take that as a compliment. Thank you. Yeah, the lens flares was real on that one. Let me see what's going on with this thing here. Everybody out. And c'est la vie to all you folks out there. Watch the Discovery trailer if you haven't already. Leave your comments in the description below. I want to hear what you guys think about this, as well as, you know, a lot of these old fan movies, fan favorite movies, having a series of them coming out like this. Do you think that the writers and these major studios are doing them justice? Are they leaving it hanging, or just they try to make a quick buck and that's it, and not continue on with the legacy of the story and what it means to a bunch of people in the society, for example? Leave me your thoughts. I actually do want to hear them, because it would be interesting to say the least. And as well as this, if you haven't seen Star Trek Continues or any of the other fan productions out there, go watch them and then compare them to what you've seen out of Discovery or the last JJ Trek that you've seen, and leave your comments on that as well. Do you think the fan flicks are doing better as far as storytelling, as well as keeping people interested in them, or are the movies just hitting the sweet spot between action and just enough of a story to keep you interested? As well, as far as STO is concerned, if you haven't, go see Snipey 47 Alpha's video on the summary of the season changes and how they are so far 2 weeks in. I will put a link in the description below later on once this is done rendering, and I will see you all out there. Have fun. Yes. Jesse got that right. I feel like they're not doing it justice. When the fans are doing so much more than what the studios are doing, you know, for time and money invested into it, it's like a huge letdown. It is a huge letdown. And it's not looking at it with rose-tinted glasses like, oh, it used to be so much better within the Next Generation or whatnot. You know, first couple series of the Next Generation, you know, Season 1, 2 were trying to find its footing and flailing around. Season 3, it started to get its legs, and then it just took off after that. You know, DS9, some people loved it, some people hated it. It found its footing, and then it did something that you didn't see in a lot of the other Star Treks. It diversified its interest and told the story of everybody in there. There are some episodes within a season that one, you know, a side character in the previous season is now the main character in there, or at least one of the main characters that was being focused on for that season. So yeah, you know. But that I agree with that. That's something that they need to go back and say, look, we need to do this justice. Not just from we get the audience interested in it, but if you keep the audience interested and happy, they will spend money and they will support your endeavors in the long run, and they will encourage others to go see it. You see how this goes. Nice cycle, positive feedback loop, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. Excellent, Joe. Nice flying with you. One of these days, you're gonna we'll pick up like your top 3 SDFs. I know we'll just run around doing those, and we'll see what comes out of it. And one of these days, we'll probably get Chuck to throw me down on the ground again and see what the hell's going on. Now, I am ending the stream. Good night.